To be honest, at this point, I don't even know why they bother. Hello everyone, I'm River Fox. Welcome back to the channel. This is the Homebase status report for the 17th of August 2021. Now I know I don't normally have my webcam on for the Homebase report, but to be honest, I don't even know why they bother with these reports anymore. There is just so little in these updates that they probably spend more time writing the updates, the status reports, than they do actually doing any changes or new additions to this game. And yeah, it's getting to that point for me again where I'm just getting so frustrated with Epic Games and the lack of love for this game. It is a fantastic game, and if you are a new player at this game, there's going to be a load of things for you to learn and do and collect and earn in this game. There is so much to it, but once you've been playing for like 4 years like myself, it really does get frustrating when you get home-based status reports like this. This is what's coming over the next week or so of content before the season ends on September 4th. So make sure that you have completed your hit the road, your ventures and everything, and get that all done by the September 4th, because they will go away and you won't be able to obtain them anymore. Now, if you do remember, in the last home-based report, they did make some changes to some of the grenade characters. Now, I did run some tests with all of the possible grenade ability characters, and really the changes that they made were just nowhere near good enough. They were still not anything worth using in Twine Peaks missions, in end game missions. They're all right in Stonewood, Plankerton, things like that, but once you start getting up into Lake Canny Valley and Twine Peaks, they're just nowhere near as good. So these so-called changes that they're doing to make the unused characters usable is just really not worth the time. This time around, they have changed the Going Constructor abilities. Now, with the Going Constructor ability, they've added in some armor ability, so that you now get 75 armor when you use the Going Constructor ability, and they've added in an additional boost with taunting. So it's a new ability that when you are doing that Going Constructor, it will taunt the husks. Still doesn't work on your miss monsters, so like your smashers and your blasters and so forth, but it will taunt the rest of them, a little bit like your decoy ability, and it will give you an additional 675 armor when you use that. They've also added the ability to cancel the Going Constructor, which is great, but personally, Going Constructor is still nowhere near as good as it needs to be. To make that a hero that you are going to be able to use for its ability, then it's just not even worth it. In my opinion, to make these characters usable, they need to be usable as a main commander, but they're just nowhere near as powerful as they need to be for a commander with Going Constructor ability in Twine Peaks. So I wouldn't really hold your breath too much on those. I wouldn't really worry about it too much. Now, the only good thing about this report this week is we do have the Tactical Assault Sledgehammer coming back to the event store on August 21st. Now, he will give you a 75% increase in your critical damage as a standard perk and 225% as a commander. So he is a really, really good one to get. I recommend using your gold for him. You will use him in so many different hero loadouts. Definitely recommend getting him. Now, there's the new update for the Hit the Road, which you will get the 2019 loading screen as a reward from it this time. Nothing fantastic. I mean, I've never been a massive fan on loading screens. It's just a screen that you see for like 5 or 6 seconds before you load into a mission, and that's it. It's gone. So I wouldn't really worry too much about getting that. The only good thing about Hit the Road, yes, it takes about 45 minutes to do it, but you will get some good tickets and things which you can use on your llamas and get some good weapons and heroes from those. Even if you don't need those weapons and heroes, you can recycle them, get your training manuals and your schematics and so forth from them. So definitely do Hit the Road if you can. You do have the Hot Mix, which is coming to the event store then on the 28th. It's an okay pistol. It's more of a fun value than anything else. It's not going to be extremely powerful, but it's an okay weapon. So if you've got the gold, definitely try and get it. It will be a bit of time before that comes back out again. The Lockbot pack is going to be leaving as of September 4th as well, the end of the season. There should be a screenshot coming up here somewhere. We're going to be getting a Lars pack for the next season, so that is coming out. But that's pretty much all our Homebase report. We've got a loading screen, we've got a weapon, and we've got a hero, and that is pretty much it for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, don't expect anything new. They have apparently fixed the resupply mission so that it will now work properly, because after the last update we had, they somehow bugged that and resupply wasn't working. It wasn't picking up when you were searching items, so you couldn't finish the mission. So that has now been fixed. I'm not sure of any other fixes, bug fixes that they've got that are really worthy of noting. We've still got all the major issues which have been in there for God knows how long. Yeah, so that is that. The only other thing I do want to mention is there's been a few leaks recently that Epic are working on a brand new mode, a open world mode. So it's going to be separate to Save the World, BR and Creative, in the fact that it'll be a whole new world that you can explore, you can change, you can do all these things in, but it's not going to be linked into any of their other modes. So it does sound really good, and I'm excited to see that coming out, because I'm getting to that point again where I'm really getting a bit fed up with Save the World and the lack of love that they're showing to it. They spend all this time on new modes, on their BR, their creative and stuff, and poor old Save the World, the game that actually started it, is kind of slowly dwindling down. There's so many people that have left this game. I mean, I've left for a good few months. Back last year, I did quit for quite some time. And unless something really happens, I could be going down that route again, to be honest. But we'll see where that goes and what happens with that. But for the time being, that is your returning stuff for the next 2 weeks of Fortnite Save the World. Great hero. Wouldn't really worry about anything else. So just try and crack on with your ventures and your other challenges. Get those done before the end of the season. But I hope the video helps you out anyway, regardless of how little information there was. So until the next one, I hope you have a fantastic day. Stay safe and happy Save the World then.